Hey guys, I'm back. This is my review for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let me go ahead and start off with this the pettiness of it all from Bravo and the messaging that was presented to the viewers. For those of you that keep asking about Nene coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta over and over again, yes, Nene was definitely a star of the show. She was, okay? But people keep saying they need to do a recast. I agree. People keep asking for Nene to come back. I kept saying I don't think that's within reason or is possible or any of those good things. Well, on the opening episode of the opening part of this episode, we see a flashback. They're doing a flashback from season 4. And they want to show the story between Marlo and Kandi, where it began and where it is right now. So in doing so, they show the opening credit, where the ladies are holding their peaches and all the cast members. And so you got Kandi in the middle, you had Kim Zolciak, Phaedra, Cynthia, Sheree, and I think Portia, but I don't know for certain. I can't remember if Portia was in the there yet. And we know Nene was part of the cast, but they purposely edited her out. And here's my thinking on that. They didn't even have to show the opening credits for season 4, Real Housewives of Atlanta. It was unnecessary, to be honest, in order to show the timeline of events as it pertains to Marlo and Kandi. But they did that purposely situated opening credit of season 4 that had Nene edited out was to let, in my opinion, this is what I'm going by, was to let the viewers know that Nene is not returning, that the door is closed. So there's no need to keep talking about bring her back. They let you know in that very petty, because it really wasn't necessary to even show that. We can see a timeline. You can put like they did, they showed the years 2010 or whatever, so and so and so and so. You don't have to put opening credits of who was on the show. It doesn't matter. Marlo wasn't shown the opening credits because what? She was a friend of the show. But that was the purpose, okay? So I just want to open up with saying how they opened up with their pettiness, the purpose behind it, because there was clear intention in the messaging when they did that, okay? Now, as far as this episode is concerned, Marlo and Kandi, it's really a sad situation because it's all about Marlo all of a sudden being so-called triggered about Drew not saying the word shooting at the Blaze restaurant and instead used the word incident, which sent Marlo off and got her all upset and yelling and screaming at Drew because people are, dancing in circles around Kandi. All I'm going to say about this right now is that it's unnecessary and that we're going down a very dark path. It's not funny. It's not lighthearted. It's not cute. Marlo is the worst example of a peach holder. She really is. Well, she's almost the worst. Let me take that back and retract. She's second to the worst, and you can probably guess who's first. Because anytime you make up a story about someone trying to do something that is labeled as assault, that's probably the first one. So I'm gonna go that I'll use that person as the first. But Marlo's definitely a very close second. It's ridiculous. The only lighthearted moments of the episode was when we saw Sheree with Cairo and Cairo's girlfriend and Cairo's daughter. Cairo had, at this point, the baby was 3 months old, and we see their all the interaction. That was the most genuine and lighthearted moment. I enjoyed it. Um, Sheree was very proud of Cairo as being such a um, involved dad, and all of that. And they were playing. They were trying to do this little make Christmas ornaments, and they was going to use the baby's hand as one of the ornaments and put it on this, make a mold of the baby's hand. It was so cute. I love that whole interaction, the whole family thing. Cairo's the younger sister was there, and I think she's working or got an internship or something. I like that. That was a really cute moment. Lighthearted. We see Sheree. She ain't with the mess. She's just there being Sheree. The first 15 minutes was with Marlo talking to two of her assistants or people that work on her marketing team or whatever she got going on. I don't know. And again, Marlo talking about the shooting incident. Okay, that's what she talked about and how it affected her and blah, blah, blah. They did talk a little bit about Marlo getting out here dating again. I don't know. Is it me? Or just when they mentioned, I think the young lady had made a joke about touching Marlo's booty, right? A man doing that maybe might make her feel better or something like that. She was being lighthearted and joking about it, right? And Marlo, again, she kind of had an aversion to it. Like she didn't like it. I don't know. Something tells me that every time someone bring up sex to Marlo, she always seems to get this look of disgust. I don't know what it is. I don't know. But anyway, but then we get back on this whole, her nephew, who used to work at OLG, who was not even working at OLG at the time of his untimely death. So this is what Marlo is picking at Kandi about, because she really is. She's nitpicking at Kandi about whether or not Kandi didn't do enough for a former coworker. She's trying to blame Kandi for her. It came across like she's going to blame Kandi and the restaurant for her nephew's death. She has nothing to do with that. The nephew was a chef. He worked at Blaze. He was not working there when he was unfortunately unalived. Okay. He met the person who ended up being his roommate at Blaze, supposedly a patron. Okay. And then they moved in together and, whatever happened. Unfortunately, the nephew is no longer here with us. This has nothing to do with Kandi. It really doesn't. But Marlo's going to make it about Kandi. I don't understand. When you talk about putting 20 on 10, she's really putting 20 on 10 in this whole situation. We did see a brief moment of Ralph and Drew and the boys and them play basketball. It was really nothing much to say about that. We saw some moment with Sanya and her mom and sister. And the sister is still in her feelings. She really is about what Ross said and the fact that Sanya isn't taking up for them. She's in her feelings. She's got an attitude. She don't like it. It ain't, it's becoming problematic for her, or it has become problematic. I'm like, okay, girl. But anyway, Courtney puts together this whole event. They're going to go to an escape room, and if you don't get out in a certain amount of time, you get hit with paint. It's supposed to be a bonding experience. Kandi had already talked to Todd about the whole situation and everything, and she came in there with an attitude because she had talked to Kenya as well. Oh, and by the way, Kenya is doing a salon. She's looking at a building to purchase this building, and she's going to create this salon, I'm guessing. I mean, good for her. My only concern here with Kenya and the salon and this new business venture is that she's still married to Mark. Kenya, I hope you really got a good attorney who is looking out for your best interests, because you're still married. Anything that you acquired during your marriage, he has rights to it. But okay, they get down to the event. Kandi walks in with an attitude because she's pissed off at Marlo and her running her mouth trying to make Kandi out to be some horrible person and blaming her, really blaming her because she didn't say it out loud, but she's blaming Kandi for her cousin's her nephew's death. That's what it comes down to. Kandi and Marlo get into a heated discussion. Kandi almost got to the point where she wanted to lay hands on Marlo. It was terrible. I don't have a whole lot to say about it because it really is making no sense at this point. Marlo, your whole storyline is to blame Kandi for your nephew's death. That is absolutely sad. That's sad. Well, that's all I got to say about this episode. Talk to you guys later. Peace.